A man goes to a bar to drown his sorrows. But just then, the peanuts on the table split open strangely. When he turned around and looked behind him, he realized that the mathematician was frantically calculating equations on the glass. The man hurriedly followed him, but he lost him in an alley, and saw himself as a child in a strange way. At that moment, there was a news program on TV. It happened to be a report of a car accident when he was a child. The police investigated the victim's identity for 3 days, but they couldn't find any information about this person. It was as if he was a human being who had never existed. Then an alarm interrupted him. It turned out that what he had just seen was just a dream. When he picked up the phone, he realized it was the caregiver on the other end. The person on the other end of the line said that the man should go to the hospital as soon as possible. He drove to the hospital. The caregiver said something had happened in room 304. It turned out that the door to that room had never been opened, but the mathematician inside had strangely disappeared. When the man panicked and pushed open the door, but he was dumbfounded by the scene in front of him. The walls were filled with formulas. The man suddenly realized that the marker pen that fell on the floor was his own. Looking at the remaining cap on the floor, the man was suddenly reminded of a memory he once had. It brought back all his forgotten memories. It turned out that at the scene of the accident, there were not only scattered candies, but also a marker without a cap. At that moment, the nurse wanted to take away one of the 3 candies, but the man hurriedly stopped him. But he was too late. When he looked at the table again, he realized that the 3 candies were still there. At that moment, the man suddenly recalled that the old man who was hit was the mathematician who disappeared. And because he had traveled back in time, so the police couldn't find any information about him. And the old man showed the man who he was when he was a child. He showed the man that there is an integer between 3 and 4.